Hey, it's your boy Jake Schmalz, and you're tuned in to the Encouragers Podcast Show.
Now I heard people are going back into lockdown.
Well, California?
Yeah, is that true?
I don't know. It's possible. You know, they want everybody to be vaccinated. So when the numbers aren't right, they're trying to put this immense pressure on people to be vaccinated, apparently. So, look into that as you see fit.
Right.
I don't think.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep. You hear you good, Tom?
I can't hear you guys.
Can you hear us?
Yo. Check.
Hello. We can hear you good.
Tonga. I don't know if he didn't pick the Wi-Fi and internet when he joined.
I see it shows the video and the microphone. I don't know if you can hear us though.
Here we go. I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. How was the break, man?
Phenomenal.
Dang, I wanted
as
to
always.
jump in. I saw the team. You know, my teams do the LA Clippers.
It was a nice Kawhi.
Man,
How do I add a background, bro? Because I feel like somebody's about to creep up behind me right now.
so you just go down into panel, and press the little video button. See at the bottom left, you see the microphone button, and then you have to scroll down to the bottom. Move your cursor down to the edge of the bottom. See it?
Stop. I see mute and stop video. Sorry,
Yeah.
Are we recording already?
No, press up to stop video. You see that little up button?
Yeah.
Up? Yeah, there you go. And then you can choose virtual background. You can do it on the phone too if you want. Yeah.
Get creative.
I usually have pyramids.
Where's everybody at?
Joe's still in his meeting, and Tech's got to do funeral stuff. Tech and Coach are doing funeral stuff.
Oh,
Nice.
dang.
That's what's up, Jake. Nice. Yeah, one of our cousins, their nephew, my cousin, his wife passed away giving birth. So.
What?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the Alfitu girl that passed away?
No,
Everybody
that's
was
another
talking
one.
about?
That's another
Oh,
one.
dang.
Yeah, no, that's another one. Her name was Baya, I think.
That's crazy, bro. Condolences, fellas.
I know, so sad. And all
Life can be short, man.
It really is. They had I think 4 or 5 kids, all young. The baby survived the pregnancy. The mom lost too much blood, I believe, and she passed.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're doing everything for the funeral. The funeral is tomorrow morning.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice background, Jake.
Looks like I'm about to dive right in.
Oh, I want to be creative too.
Put your good vibes. Put your good vibes thing back there, or behind you, or whatever. Not just an idea.
Sir. No, I'm looking. I gotta look for it.
No, you should just put a picture of Chucky or like Jason behind you right now.
For real.
Man, that Papa Do's look delicious though, bro.
Bro, it was next level. I had a my first cousin, my mom's sister's daughter was in town. She's training for American Airlines. She starts tomorrow. And she didn't realize how close we were, like distance-wise from where she was staying. So it made sense.
Bro,
it was only right.
Nice. Bro, I hope I see you soon because there's like 12, 15 of us waiting to get our background checks cleared from the U.S. Postal Service to go.
Oh, wait, you're coming out here for training?
Yeah. That for 2 or 3 days, I think, is where they have us out there.
Boy. I don't know if you're going to get a lot of training in, though, buddy.
Shoot, man. Yeah. You think, what are the chances of Jake Longy driving up from
What are the chances of him being in town that week?
I just make sure that guy is not around.
Oh man, that's too funny, bro.
Man, I bet you he misses you guys, huh?
No, I don't miss. I mean, I'm kidding. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I messaged him and he's looking forward to coming on. We'll try to get him on the second week of August, second Sunday,
Dude, I have no idea. Oh, there we go.
or even during the week between the 1st and the 8th. We'll try to get him on.
Nice.
Did you get a good background?
Let's see if it fills it. Oh, that's no, it's not. It's not cooperating.
Mm.
Hey, that looks kind of dope, though. You're like,
Yeah, it looks kind
disappearing
of
and
dope,
coming back.
What do you think it is? The lighting?
Scooch a little closer to the computer.
Probably, yeah. If you scoot a little closer.
Oh wait.
That looks dope. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's fine. You know what it is? Because I have these professional lights in here. So,
Dude, I think that's what it is, bro.
Well,
Yeah,
if you add some light in there, it'll be able to pick you up better. But it's the darkness that has a hard time.
how about you turn on
Yeah.
the lights in the room? There you go. That's even better.
Why don't we do that? Let's do that. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, that's clean. Ooh.
Okay, bro.
Well, we're back now, and you can see down in your screen we have Jake, Jake Schmalz out in North Carolina, and we have our boy Tonga over here. You can see the bottom of Good Vibes Sports Cards. You guys may know Tonga. He was one of our first guests on our actual show to talk about sports cards, sports memorabilia, and collecting. We just wanted to introduce you to these two are our new guests for our Encouragers podcast show. I'd like to welcome both Tonga and Jake. Welcome them to our ever rolling cast of members here to join us. Join Paul, Tech, Coach Will, and Joe, and myself. I'd like to welcome everyone. Please give them a warm welcome. Thanks for being on with us, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Notis,
it, bro.
man. Yeah, appreciate you.
It's so we have a group text, right? We have this group text, and ever since we had Tonga on the show, we added Tonga in our group text just to contact him, to ask him questions about cars and everything, and it just went from there. We just
Yeah.
right, Tonga. We just added you in. And just
I take so much from our group chat. It's I always rush to it every day. Some good information, some good knowledge being tossed around.
And then from there, we had Jake on the show last year, and his episode is out. Both their episodes are out, available on all streaming podcast platforms. And ever since we had Jake on the show, we just added him into our group text. So, we originally started this podcast from a group text. Everyone was we started with Paul when he was playing at the Eagles, when he first got drafted. It's me, Tech, and Paul. And then we added Joe when we went to visit Joe in Kansas City. When Tech and I went to watch a Kansas City Chicago Bears game in Kansas City, we added Joe. And then Coach Will came into the picture. And then, just from there, we added Tonga now, and now Jake. And just our cast is growing. And just, it's kind of funny because we all kind of, in a way, we all work with each other in a certain field, in a certain industry, and we just carried on from there.
Full circle, right back at it again.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Jake, tell them a little bit about yourself, Jake.
So that you guys probably learned a lot from that original podcast, but before I dive into that, it's just awesome that each one of us adds a certain dynamic and background and experience and different sense of humor. We all kind of vibe with the same sense of humor, but like Tonga was saying, the group chat is just, it's key to having a good day, because we got inspiration in there, we've got jokes, We've got, we're all learning together on different things, and then we bring our own like special talent to it, which is why, kind of you invited some of the different people, of course, on the podcast, but, just kind of revisiting, me, so I'm from the East Coast. I'm from upstate New York and Massachusetts, and I grew up most of my early years in Foxborough, but ended up meeting the boys out going to school and out west. And I was at Rick's, or was BYU Idaho, and then, found some of the brothers from around the Kava circle. And then, long story short, they ended up opening up a lot of doors, meeting a lot of people. Like you mentioned, Notice, we all worked together for a time, right? So we all kind of dabbled in some of the door-to-door sales and alarm systems and some of those aspects, and learned a lot of valuable skills from doing so. Maybe didn't make the money I wanted to, but but I learned a lot, right? And I've been able to take those skills, and I think I've told you guys this before too. Nothing's harder than knocking doors. So, when you try something new, which my newer job kind of puts me in just some new scenarios I've never been in before. But man, I just think back to, just getting dropped off, right, Tonga, and just getting dropped off, and you're walking up some stranger's house, knocking door. We had a good product, but that was a lot harder than than anything I do now. So it kind of laid the groundwork and the foundation to really be able to be like fearless in going into whatever field or aspect that we're going into, whatever we're learning. So as long story short, again, there, just so I met all the boys, and then my circle, especially like the Polynesian people that I know, it was all grounded around kava. So, I was able to, mix with some of the boys in Idaho, and then we take trips down to get bags in Utah. So I was able to meet, some of the people down in Utah. And then, we ended up working and doing some recruiting in Arizona. And that's how I met Tonga, back in the day when he was a youngster, and Joe was, I think Joe was just barely back from his mission when I met Joe, and, and met Lack and, all those people. So it's just kind of, it's so cool to, to see how close the culture is. And, it is pretty crazy how close knit the circle, the kava circle is, because everybody knows everybody after you've been mixing for a little while. I'm sure you guys know better than me, but it's just interesting to, and then you can kind of go and see like all the states that you have family and that maybe you mix with, but they know this person and they know this person. Coming from just I don't know, my side of things, where family structure just isn't as like, other than my immediate family, it's not as stressed or important, which is kind of sad. But in comparison to what you see in like Polynesian culture or other strong cultures, we just kind of lost a little bit of that. So to find family everywhere and friends everywhere, it's just another thing that draws you in about the culture that's just so awesome. So, but yeah, it's funny to kind of trace back the path of, your closest friends. And, now some of us have been knowing each other almost 20 years. So how do you trace that back and how everybody? And then to find out too, how, you guys know the same people I know, but not through us. We know it from like another way.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just fun. It's just fun to kind of tell back those stories, how everybody knows each other and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, it is wild. And you touched on the great point there. Not that we're all connected that way, but I it kind of comes down to a thing that I heard is your level of your exposure. The level of exposure that you have to a certain thing determines your level of success, right? So
Like that.
Your level of exposure determines your level of success. And so in our little text group, we all have gone through different aspects of life. And each one of us in that text group that Jake was hitting on, we all been exposed to differently. I've worked in the media for 20 years, worked in the news, media, entertainment sector. So everything I gathered from those areas, I applied it and shared it with our text group. And Paul, when he's playing in the NFL, he gathered what he learned from his experience in the NFL and he shared it with us. along with Jake. Jake knows a lot about credit, how to improve your credit. And Jake has shared some credit tips with us and has helped me personally improve my credit. And in Tonga, Tonga's wealth of knowledge in the memorabilia and cards, the cards sector. I mean, so we've all had a little bit of exposure in our different personal lives and all kind of just mesh it together in this group text. Now we're all part of this podcast. And we hope from this podcast that you guys all gain some type of information, because we believe strongly that information is the new currency. Like the access,
100%.
The access that you have to the information can determine where you can land or how far you can go in this life. So, like the cards aspect, just Tonga coming on our show and talking about I had no idea. Now I have a side investment savings, more so a portfolio that is becoming more and more popular, other than your traditional savings or your traditional investments like stocks and the housing market. So this is another avenue of income that we just got from Tonga and his success. So we hope this podcast can add value to your own personal lives. And we hope you guys can share it with all your friends and families, and just what we bring to this podcast can add value to your lives. And thank you again for Jake and Tonga. They exemplify what it is, what it means to be an encourager. It's not easy. Tonga, talk about a little bit about like your venture going into cards. And
Man, it's just been crazy. From when we first talked, it felt like I was just rambling on and on and on. A couple guys reached out after the podcast and it worked out. I've seen Tech make a good amount of money from small investments that he's put, towards cards. Same thing with Paul, man. He's just taking it and he's on another level now. It's unreal. But it all started from my son, so I owe all my success to him, to be honest. But it's been fun taking the leap and going cards full time. Never in a million years I've been being full time almost 2 years into cards, and then a shop here shortly, man. And not even that, like I don't have all my eggs in one basket. Like I learned, just like you were saying, people are dropping real estate nuggets, crypto nuggets in our chat group. It's unreal. All the information that's floating around in our chat group. A bunch of great minds in there. Like we all have, just like Jake was saying, we all bring a different dynamic to the table, but it's all about what you do with the information, right? We can talk about it all day long, but if we don't put forth the effort or put it into motion, it's nothing. It's just like it doesn't mean anything to us. So I know I use the text for a lot of for not being what's the word, just to do it. Like, yeah, we talk about it all the time, but just to do it. And I think that's what's been helping me through the group chat. And like I said, we're just all a bunch of normal guys from all different walks of life coming together. And I think that's the one thing that we have in common, which just falls back on the name, the encouragers, is we encourage one another, right? It's never a competition. We all want to be on the same level. We want to level up. If we have nuggets, we want to share with you guys just to, we want everybody to be at that point where they're leveling up, just like Notis said. It's like a broken record, but information is definitely the new currency, like 100%. I agree with that. But other than that, man, I appreciate you guys bringing me on to be a part of it. I'm all for it, man. Such a positive vibe. We joke, we laugh, but at the same time, like we would never put our families in a situation where we would suffer. And we all know that together. We would do anything to help each other out. So we just want to share the love and all the cue the music, good vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Let's succeed together, right?
Yeah.
Let's all have success together and lift each other up. I think that's another part of it too. You see, like, I don't know, I have a lot of younger friends that they post a lot on, social media. You see them like, they're trying to get their circle smaller. because they haven't found what we found yet. You know, we have this like rock solid friendship for years and years and years now, right? So, but we know we're here to encourage and uplift, right? So it's just, you know, we found that rock solid, you know, group of friends that really that they're just gunning for you to succeed and to win. I can't tell you how excited I am, of course, like Tonga, to see you with the store and just about ready to run. You know, that's just, you know, that's just that's amazing, man. And you know, and I'm just rooting for you, and I know you're gonna crush it once that thing is open. So, but you know, just giving you an example there, you know, where we're here for each other. We're, you know, here to uplift, and you know, and hopefully, you know, whoever listens also can find that too.
Yeah.
And you know, if we were to encourage anybody else out there, you know, maybe this can kind of lead you to what you were going to talk about, Notice. But you know, find those people that make you better, that add and enrich your life, because it's really hard to do it alone. And so, you know, you're best off finding somebody that can kind of help and guide you.
Right. And then, you know, the NBA Finals just finished, and we all know who won, right? Milwaukee Bucks. I don't think anyone planned on them winning the whole championship.
Yeah.
And Giannis, how do you say his name? Giannis
Antetokounmpo. Well, a lot of people say Antetokounmpo, but I've heard, I don't know the right way, but it's Antetokounmpo.
So Giannis, that guy,
yeah,
from Greece. He, you know, everyone who has been following sports, if you haven't heard, the Milwaukee Bucks won the championship, and Giannis, he won the MVP. He was also the defensive MVP of this year. Is that correct?
No, he was the defensive player of the year, I think.
Okay.
I think I want to say that, but he was the Finals MVP. But the MVP was somebody else that was unexpected. So this season was full of surprises. But I'm happy to see Giannis do it. Like that was the only thing that he was missing, and just to see how grateful he was for the opportunity and the message he shared when he had the platform. It was just about his teammates and his struggle. Like he did it, which is awesome. It's great.
We actually had a post. If you check on our Instagram and Twitter, we had a post that we created of his post presser conference, his post presser interview. He was asked, you know, because a reporter asked him, what are those tears? What were those tears that were coming down your cheek? What were those tears about? And then Giannis, he talks about it and what those tears meant to him. And he talked a little bit about, if you wanted to check it out, you could check it out on our Instagram.
Check it out.
Instagram and Twitter. We put a little bit of inspirational music to it, and we hope you share it. It's a very powerful message. Subtitles. Oh yeah, subtitles too. We put subtitles on it, but it's a great message of how he wasn't alone in his journey. Like he needed other people. You know. I think Jake was talking about Tonga. Were you talking about someone being self-made?
Earlier, I can't remember who it was, but before, I mean, you could just see the difference of the thought process now for people. Like 5 years from now, all you saw was, I'm self-made. I got here because I did this, I did that, I did this. But now you're seeing a bunch of posts where it's like, no one's self-made. You know, you had to learn this from somebody else, or you took this idea from somebody else, which I think they should bring to light more, because I don't think there's anybody that's self-made. You either heard something or learned something from someone that learned something from someone else, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, how he was, like you were saying, you know, it took so many people to get where he is now, and he appreciates all those people. Like, you need people around you. You know what I mean? You know, obviously the right people, but you need, whether it's information or, I truly believe in that something that you learned along the way will help you be better. For sure.
You have something to say on that, Jake?
Just it takes humility to recognize the people that have lifted you up. You know, a certain type of person that, you look at Giannis, for example, like MVP, best player on the planet. You know, you could argue that, right? So, somebody that's so highly successful, but is willing, a lot of times with that mindset, sometimes you'll see somebody that maybe is, arrogant or very proud. And for someone to find humility in that moment and realize that you didn't make it there by yourself, that's a great combination of gratitude and personality as well too, right? That because you didn't, in those people out there that are saying they're self-made, they're definitely they've got tunnel vision, right? They're only remembering certain things because somebody gave them a break, someone gave them a chance. Now they were able to shine, but recognizing your gratitude where it's due, and then also, I think another key component to that is then sharing it, with others, right? So that you can let somebody else, you can be a mentor for someone else, give someone else a shot. I think those are big part of the reason why we're here on earth is to be able to share those kind of things. So at least in my opinion. But yeah, that was a great post. Definitely check out that post on our social media too. So it's very inspiring.
Absolutely. Yeah, so do you think because they just, on a card asking standpoint, do you think his cards are going to go up, Donna, because of this?
They will, only because he's past that threshold now. So he was an MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, plenty of All-Stars. And if you see his story, just by them showing, the weight that he's gained since 2014 until now, it's just, 14, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2014 is just ridiculous. So his growth alone, obviously his health, like he's getting stronger and growing, but his mindset, but his cards will definitely go up because he's past that. He's in that, I would say, not too many people would agree, but I would say he's like in the LeBron threshold now because that was the only step, you know what I mean? And he's such a great player. I'm happy for him. So yeah, they'll go up. And his rookie cards in graded PSA 10 in 2018 were about $400. So now they're I want to say closer to 2,500 to 3,000.
What?
So I'm telling you, it's just that, you know what I mean? Because winning a championship, and a lot of people respect the way he did it. Just like you mentioned, he wasn't on a super team, but he stuck with the team that drafted him. And he fulfilled his promise when he said that he would bring a championship to Milwaukee, and he did. So a lot of that plays into seeing that stuff, you know what I mean? His cards and stuff go up, so.
Wow, that's amazing. And there's something I didn't know either is that his brother was on the team, like his real brother.
The oldest out of the bunch.
Wow.
So now there's 3 brothers that have a championship ring. Him and his brother Thanasis, that's on Milwaukee, and then his younger brother, his youngest, I want to say youngest or younger brother, won one last year with the Lake Show. So man, that's exciting, man. Like unreal, right?
That is unreal. That's a movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm sure it'll be 5-10 years from now, it'll be some kind of documentary, just from where they came from. It's pretty epic for sure.
So was his family, were they refugees then? How they got to Greece? Do you know anything?
Yeah, that's how they got to Greece. But yeah, they just made it happen, dude. He talks about his mom having to support all the boys, and now they're just, on that next, they're leveling up. It's crazy.
Did you guys know that Greece is the closest crossing point for people from like in hard or war-torn countries? It's the closest crossing point into a European country for refugees to go into is Greece, is the island of Lesbos. I was down in 2000. I can't remember what year it was, but I went and shot a documentary out there in Greece, and that's how I knew about that. Is that there's a ton of refugees, and they first go to this island called Lesbos. It's the shortest point to cross is from Turkey to this island Lesbos. It's about 3 miles wide, or one to, I can't remember. Is it 1 to 3 miles of water between Turkey and that little island of Lesbos?
Wow.
And it's the shortest distance to cross from from those war-torn countries into a European country. And a lot of people have died. I wouldn't be surprised if their family crossed into through that way.
And with this championship, I'm sure it's going to shed a lot more light on that, on the refugees and whatnot. So
yeah,
that's pretty sweet.
We were talking about this. We all saw that America or Team USA lost today. They lost to France, bro. So we were talking about this earlier. What's going on, man? Is European step? Are they like? What's going on, man? What are you seeing out there, Tonga, for the basketball teams going up?
It's unreal. I mean, and some of the guys like Argentina or not, European, like France and Spain and all those teams. Mm-hmm. Those guys have been playing together for years and years and years and years. But now it's so different because a lot of them are in the NBA. Mm-hmm. So just a side note, somebody was saying something about Facebook. I think Team USA should be the team that won the NBA championship that year.
Ooh.
And then just adding a few pieces to it, because that team has played a full season together, right? Collectively. And I think it would work out. That'd be kind of cool.
Right on. Yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a good point.
We've got a busy schedule coming up. So you guys got to stay tuned, follow on all platforms. First up, we have the winner of Tonga's Best Chef competition in 2021. So we're going to take it oddball to the next level. It's not people that you've heard of and whatnot. I mean, once you see her or hear her, you probably seen her on TikTok, but it's Swedish chef Andrea Suna. She's going to be talking to us this coming Sunday. And then following Chef Suna, we have a player personnel and special projects coach for the University of Texas. My good buddy, our good buddy, Jake Lange is going to be joining us. Following Jake, we plan to have several other guests for you, including up-and-coming plus-size models. Camille Harris. Sorry.
No, Camille.
Yeah, Camille. Okay, Camille Harris. Did you say we have Tees coming up?
Tees, yeah, we could probably bring Tees back on. Most of you don't know that Tees was our very first guest, I believe.
Oh, okay. Nice. So some exciting things. Drop us a follow on Instagram, Spotify, all the Anchor, all the podcast apps. And I'm excited. We got all these cool people coming on.
Yeah, man, that's just the month of August. So just to give you guys a brief update, we've been in a little hiatus. So this is actually the first podcast of the new year for us. We've been all kind of just busy with work and our personal lives. So this is our first show back for the 2021 season. And then, that month of August should be packed and filled with all these amazing people. We hope they add value to your lives, and we hope you enjoy. But once again, my name is Notis. I'm in Reno. We have Jake. Jake, where you at?
I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Then we have Tonga.
Arlington, Texas.
Recently. As of when? How long ago? As
of a week ago.
Man, so Tonga's on the move, man. He's doing great things down there in Texas, man. We'd like to thank you guys for all tuning in. We'd like to excuse our coach and tech. They're both busy at the moment with a funeral they're taking care of for their family. And Paul is currently with his family as well, and he's working. And then Joe is still in his work meeting. So we hope to have...
he's just planning like ways to escape like different scenarios in his mind.
Oh, he's the master.
Escape routes out of like whatever scenario is in. He's like, okay, here it is, neighborhood dinner. This is my escape route.
Master of scenarios.
Yeah, he's like, all right, get it, Tonga. He's like, if you're with somebody selling cards and you want to get out the back, here's what you do.
Yeah.
Give me a call if you need that call.
It was like, I'll be there after my meeting. I'll be there in 5. I'll be there in 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Oh, we love you, Joe. You know we're gonna fire you, bro.
Joe, Joseph.
Joseph. But yeah, man, we have some amazing shows up. And for those of you who enjoy the show, we'd like to invite you to please help support our show, support us keeping this up and running. If you go to our Anchor page, anchor.com/the Encouragers, you can there's a little button on there you can donate, help us out to keep our show running for you guys. But thanks again for everyone tuning in, and welcome again to Jake and Tonga for being on the cast and helping us out with the show. Thank you. Any last words, guys? Any last thoughts or things you'd like to say?
Man, stay tuned. It's going to be an exciting August, and we're just getting started.
Absolutely.
For real.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and we also have a special guest for you guys. Hopefully we can get our friend Asi Violetti.
Oh.
Hopefully we can get him on. The
Please
man, the myth, the
lose
legend.
my number after this.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
This dude, he's like the variable. Like he's the guy, right?
Yeah.
That everyone, I was just about to say touched, but I mean like has been, no, I'm saying though, like,
Mm-hmm.
like in some way, shape or form, he's the X factor.
He's the catalyst. Yeah. Yep. The
There
X
you
factor.
go.
Yeah. Catalyst.
And I reached out to
Definitely.
him. Sent him a DM on our Instagram, and he said, "We'll see what's up." So, cross your fingers. We could have
Hey, at least he replied.
man of mystery, Asi Violetti on our show. But yep, thanks again, everyone, for listening, and please share with all your friends.